And they drafted a baby. That's all I know.
A baby.
A child. A child. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
1 week post job quit.
Woohoo.
Give us an update.
Oh, it's great. I do have a new job for those of you that don't
She's not
know.
unemployed.
I didn't just quit my job
Yeah.
because I believe in this podcast, which I do.
Mm-hmm.
But I made a career move, left corporate world.
Went to the independent side.
Yeah. And
We love an independent girly.
yeah, I'm kind of in the fashion industry, in the wedding industry. Love every bit of it. I go to work at 10 a.m. It's really nice.
That is really nice.
Yeah. Very excited about it. So a lot less stressful.
Yeah, I love that. I love that for you. Cortisol levels down.
Yeah. How are you feeling? How's your week?
It's been good. It's been really nice. We're taking a little sober week.
It's just, in our old age, we're still recovering from our launch weekend.
We are. And I'm okay to admit that. I'm
Yeah.
okay to admit that it takes me a good detox week after a toxic week. Retox, detox, girlies. And we're in our detox week. We're going to have a slumber party.
Got some movies on the docket.
Reagan's never seen Space Jam.
Lower your voice.
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
That's also true. And
Which is worse?
They're both
That
institutions.
one. Okay.
But yeah, so that's our plans for our sober weekend. And it's funny, I was at the gym earlier today and I have just made besties with the smoothie bar girl. And I was like, I said something. She was like, how's your weekend? I was like, it was good. I'm still a little hungover. And I realized the last conversation I had with her is I said I was a little hungover. And in those moments where you take a step back and you're like,
and she's a young little girl.
she's a
probably-
child.
A child.
A child.
We'll talk about that later. One gets drafted. It's crazy.
Not to war.
Not to war.
To the NHL.
Which some may consider
We
war.
don't know. It seems crazy.
Again, speculation. We don't know
We
about
don't
hockey.
need to make a war joke. So anyway, in that moment of telling this young girl that I was again hungover, just unsolicited information. Like she didn't ask for that. And I was like, yeah, no, that's bad. And then I'm like, but I'm sober now. I said that out loud. Like, I'm sober now. And she goes, oh. And I go, just for the week. Like,
Oh.
just more unsolicited information. And I was like, why am I telling you this? And then she was just like, okay.
Here's your smoothie.
Yeah. Get out of here, weirdo. Old lady.
Get out of here.
And so then I was like, it just was word vomit. And so I was like, yeah, in my sobriety, I kept using these really harsh terms for just taking a week off drinking. And she was like, are you doing the 75 hard? And I was like, oh God, no. It's the summer.
No, I just went too hard 2 weekends in a row.
Yeah, I said,
not the 75 hard.
75 hard. Which I'm sure
Literally
she hears
not.
all the time working at, the gym Earth Bar. But yeah, I walked away and was like, I need to stop talking to that woman.
That's okay.
So
Well,
anyway, we're having a sober weekend.
yeah. Lots to look forward to.
Some basketball to watch.
Lots of that to watch for sure. We've got a lot to cover with that for right now. So
Let's hop right in.
we're going to dive in, starting with our recap.
That was me diving.
All right, we're recapping our stories from last week.
Yeah.
Not really much to report on the Super Bowl views and the hockey of it all, but our little league MVP is just popping off.
He is.
He missed the first game of this series, but he scored 30 points over 3 games. So
Yeah.
he's just,
He just wanted to say, he said MVP. Here you
takes
go.
bow.
Visual aid.
We love a visual
We
aid.
do love a visual
God, we
aid.
love one. So based on the outcome of last night's game or on Thursday, they could either be done and he could lead his team to the Eastern Finals, or they'll be playing Game 7 against the Celtics to advance to the Eastern Finals. So
Okay.
to be determined.
Yeah.
We'll let you know on Instagram.
TBD with Joel Embiid, the MVP.
Whoa. That's crazy. I saw a thing that was like Joel MVP. Like they tried to put it all together and it just,
because then it just sounds like he peed.
we don't want that. Okay. Well, before we dive in, we have our first sponsor,
Yeah.
All
2
right.
sponsors.
Our first sponsor.
Woo!
Take it away, sister.
All right. First of our 2 sponsors today, Astoria Activewear. Astoria is a lifestyle brand focused on the promotion of health and fit-focused activewear. They will always bring you quality activewear that empowers you to reach your goals. You can use our code NAME3PLAYERS, that's 3 spelled out, at checkout for 15% off and become a Astoria Strong Girly for the gym girls.
Yeah.
Or you don't have to be a gym girl. You can be a hot girl, walk girl.
Hot girl, walk girl.
Hot girl, walk girl. That's Chloe.
That's
You can be a just likes to wear or athleisure around the house girl. I love that.
Working from home.
Yeah.
Look cute doing it. The
Absolutely.
girlies in college right now go crazy in their outfits on their way to class. I'm like,
Yeah.
I wore an oversized sorority t-shirt. And that's it.
They wear matching sets now. They're cute. I sent you a screenshot of a girl on Instagram that we both like and follow. And she had a little Astoria set today that was like pink and cute. And I'm like, am I changing?
Colored girly.
Yeah, a little colored set girly. But yeah, name 3 players, 15% off. Go get you some.
Yeah.
And tag us. Let us see it.
Yeah. Fun. Okay.
Yeah, fun.
Should we dive on into our 3 stories?
Dive on in.
Okay. If you're new here, we pick the 3 stories in the sports world that we think you want to know.
Right.
And if you don't, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Weird.
So there's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm. We obviously wanted to highlight the NBA right now because it's the main thing going on. But it is hard to like pick one little story. So we were like, just give them all of them and wrap it in one story.
Yeah.
Because we can do that because we make the rules.
Anywho, Jokic can't stay out of the drama.
You said that name so well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I learned.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And that's
because
one
of-
thing we are doing. We're learning and evolving and growing. We said that about 7 times in the first episode, and I just feel like it needs to be reiterated each time.
But we've proven it every time. A hockey
You
story
said
last
Jokic
week.
like
Jokic
a
just
freaking champ.
rolled
Like
off
you
the
were from
tongue.
there.
From Jokic. Yes.
Where he's from, which I don't.
Yeah. Where's that? And that's what we're going to learn, evolve, and grow on next week.
Where is he from? Embiid is from Central Africa, Cameroon. They're not the same.
Yeah, Serbian.
That's what I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You said that like you were Serbian.
Got it. I'm just serving. Just kidding.
Chloe said. I am in a silly,
Anywho.
goofy mood.
This is giving like a Cinderella story where she's like, costs a fortune to fly the stuff in from Norwegia. And I heard Norwegian salmon.
Oh
Okay.
my God. All right.
Anyway, back to
Jokic.
who is from Serbia.
Correct.
Wait,
Yes.
Okay.
Serbian Jokic.
So last week he got fined because he shoved a man.
Yeah.
The owner of the Suns, not just a man. But this week he got shoved by KD
Yep.
in the middle of the game. But here's the thing.
And he got a technical.
KD did, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Jokic deserved it.
The shove?
Yes. He literally
Just jog my memory. He approached the huddle and
Correct.
he admitted to saying he was like, yeah, I was just looking at their stuff.
Yeah, he literally was like, I was spying on their play.
Everyone does that though.
I know, but like, you don't think
It
you're
is
gonna get
weird.
shoved?
It is weird. Like if you take a step back from like the everyone does it thing,
What if in a football game,
completely different.
Well, I agree, but like, it's essentially like, why?
Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It is weird.
But-
I feel like they need to like the NBA in general needs to do something about that.
Yeah, there was
because
a player that said that after the game that was like, can we regulate this? Because it happens to everyone.
I like that he admitted it though, right? Like in a post game interview or when he was asked about
Yeah.
it, he was like, yeah, I was doing that.
And use the word spying like he was 7.
I was spying.
I just was playing.
It's helpful when you're 9 feet tall. You're just like, oh,
My life would be so much easier.
right. Think of all the spying we could do.
Yeah, so we'll report back what he does next week because seems like he can't really stay out of the drama.
Yeah, but he's just such a silly, funny guy. I don't
Yeah.
think no one's like mad at him for like pushing the Suns coach. No one's
Right.
mad at like because he did a little bit the next game and he like walked over to the Sun. I keep saying Suns coach. It was not the Suns coach. It was the Suns owner. But yeah, he walked over and he like handed him the ball and gave him a little hug.
Yeah, and he was asked about that, and he was like, well, I thought he was going to pay the fine, so.
He's like, he has enough money.
Yeah.
And I think the owner even came out and was like, I didn't want him to be fined.
Yeah, he said that, so.
All friendly. We love the camaraderie.
We love a silly, goofy dude.
Silly, goofy dude and silly, goofy mood. That Jokic from Serbia.
That guy.
Those Serbians. silly
Where
Serbians.
is Serbia? You know?
No fucking clue.
Me neither.
Cool. All right,
This isn't a geography
We know
podcast.
sports.
Southeast Europe.
Obviously.
Duh. Knew that.
Yeah.
Testing you. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Speaking of Game 4 on Monday, Lonnie Walker,
Oh, popped off.
dude,
right?
it
Yeah.
was such a good game. Like, I was like, well, there was like a stint there for a while that like they were playing messy. No one could make a fucking basket at all.
Right.
And then I got into it. But Lonnie Walker, he started like the first half of the season was starting. He got hurt and then was like a bench player, but would sometimes get playing time and then was completely taken out of the rotation in the
Right.
playoffs. And then,
We love a playoff comeback.
yeah,
Yeah.
he got put in the game and he was like, watch. And he scored 15 points in the fourth quarter right off the bench.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And no one has done that, or a Laker player hasn't done that off the bench since Kobe Bryant.
We love.
I know. The best part about it, I thought, was that like LeBron, AD, even Steph after the game, Steph Curry was like,
Dang.
But yeah, I'm excited to watch him. I hope he gets more chances because he proved himself. And literally, I think it was like 9 minutes. He scored 9 points in 9 minutes. And
Yeah.
then just like kept going from there.
That's awesome.
And he scored one, and like you could tell that he was like, fuck yeah.
He's like, I'm on fire.
Me?
Heating
in the
up.
NBA right
Yeah.
now. Moving through our little NBA update, just kind of showing where the current series are at right now. Lakers and Warriors literally just tipped off as we're talking at 9 o'clock. Right now, the Lakers lead 3-1, so it could be over tonight, or it could move on to game 6 played Friday, so tonight when you're listening to this. But game 5 right now is happening on Wednesday. So we'll see what happens.
Right.
Do you have a prediction?
Honestly, no, because it's just been so back and forth. But I mean, like we said last episode, I have who I'm pulling for.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now I'm like, the Lakers are they're fun to watch too. It's just fun.
Yeah,
It's a good
it
series
is.
to watch.
It is fun.
I'm pulling, I just hope everybody has fun.
I hope both teams have
hate
fun.
when girls say that. Don't be that girl.
Root for whatever team wins or has the most fun.
Sports.
I think it was funny, like when those like t-shirts first came out, and like you hadn't seen it before. You're like, okay, that's funny, because like someone like my sister who like likes going-
Genuinely believes that.
yeah, she's like, I mean, these are fun. I'm having fun. Are you having fun? You
Yeah.
know? But now, 7 years later, done.
Mhm.
Let's let it die.
Yeah, let's stop making that t-shirt.
I'm hoping the Lakers win. 80's going off.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's playing good.
Yeah.
But I mean, 80's popping off.
Yeah.
Our boy Lonnie.
Yeah.
And then 76ers and Celtics play game 6 Thursday, so last night. Going into game 6, 76ers, that's hard to say. Game 6, 76ers currently lead the series 3-2.
Yes.
So,
So when you're watching this, that will have changed.
yeah.
This is where it gets tricky, filming
I know.
one night and then it going live.
Yeah.
Especially when it's the NBA and it's like game.
Yeah. They're like overlapping every single night there's a game on.
Right.
But we're just trying to keep up with it.
Yeah.
For the girls.
Just giving our updates for the girls.
Mhm. Knicks versus Heat. I think that game is finishing up right now, game 5. Do you have a score update, Chloe?
There's 25 seconds left, and the Knicks are up 109 to 103.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Honestly, anything could happen.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, Nuggets versus Suns played game 6 last night on Thursday. Currently going into that game, they lead 3-2. So we'll see what happens. Could
Yeah.
go to game 7 on Saturday, tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Yeah. Devin Booker has been so fun to watch too.
Yeah, I literally wrote down, Devin Booker breaks insane records and doesn't give a fuck.
Doesn't
He's
give
like,
a fuck.
I'm focused on the game.
Humble.
I'll worry about that later.
king. Yes. everyone that asked him like all of the shit that he's been popping off. And he's like, just doing my job.
Yeah, he's broken like multiple records, some held by Michael Jordan.
Right.
I feel like by the end, like when this is all over, he'll look back and be like, I did that.
Right. But
right
that
now,
goal,
he's like-
I mean, the goal of all goals is in mind. And I respect that a lot.
He's the first NBA player, or one of 2 NBA players that have scored 45 plus points in a playoff game.
He's doing great. And that little pair with Katie and him.
Yeah.
Now they're just really entertaining thing to watch.
Yeah,
Them come together.
for sure. Well, yeah, that's kind of it on our highlights of the finals right now.
Yeah.
Did we miss anything?
No.
Moving on. This is like the second coming, I feel like, but the NFL schedule is being released tomorrow,
Yeah.
or will have been released by the time this airs.
Yeah. We have I feel like they're making a big drum roll about it.
Yeah, and it's like this happens every year.
It does. I mean, I'm very excited. I'm
Yeah.
not taking away from that, but it does feel like they put a lot of ad budget in this one.
They did. And okay, did you
There was
know-
literally on Instagram a sponsored ad from the NFL about the schedule release. And I was like, no, we know. We all know.
and
We
it's
know
like
coming.
we're huge football. Like we're sports girls, but we're football girls.
Totally.
And I care about my team schedule, but like you couldn't pay me to keep up with everybody else. So I'm just like wondering
Yeah.
what the hype is.
Well, I mean, I think yeah, I get what you're saying.
Of the NFL like hyping it up as a whole.
Right.
Because like I'm looking for like
Like
my
it's
team.
like a Coachella,
correct. Like
yeah.
the lineups getting released.
Right. That's what it's like. Is Frank Ocean going to play this year? Like, no, we know all the teams are going to play.
Yeah.
Yeah. The confusing part to me, which they do this
every year.
Okay. The release of the schedule is like Thursday.
Yeah.
And then I woke up this morning and it was like, and we're playing the Bengals on.
6 games got released today,
yeah.
but like no, I'm sorry, 7. 'cause
And
the
they
Eagles-
always do that. Like, that's what I meant by they do this every year. They always are going to leak a few. But it just felt like, all right, everyone set your calendars for Thursday. Oh, JK, it's Wednesday. And here is your redemption game the Bengals redemption game against the Chiefs. And it's December 31st. And it's whatever. I don't know. It
Yeah.
was interesting.
yeah.
But I'm excited. They got me. I'm their target market. And I got excited when I saw it. So we're making fun of it, but I did genuinely jump for joy. So
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, like we're excited for our team to see what's going to go down. It's
Right.
just, did you tell me people were gambling on this?
I did, and then I looked it up, and I was wrong. So
Oh, well, we saw it on Twitter.
has to be correct.
Has to be correct.
Yeah, no, they're
Okay.
not. But
Well,
I
that's
wouldn't
good.
put it past them.
Well, you'd get a cheat sheet. You know what I mean? If you're gambling on the schedule being released and what's going to happen, but they released 7 games today.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't be hypothetical. We're talking about a hypothetical situation.
I know.
That's not happening. They
what I
are
was getting
not.
at was that would be stupid if people were.
Right.
It's a
Right,
good thing
right,
that they're not.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, Chiefs versus Bengals AFC Championship rematch on New Year's Eve.
We'll be there.
Great way to ring in the new year, whoever you root for and whoever wins.
Pumped. Right.
If your team wins, great way. But then they released 5 international games.
Right.
3 are being played in London.
What was the team that had 2 international? The Jaguars?
The Jaguars.
Yeah, that was interesting.
But I tried to figure out why, and like there wasn't anything that said why.
oh, yeah, I don't think there's like going to be a reason.
Oh.
It's just
It's back to back, week 4 and week 5. Isn't that crazy? So like, do you
That-
leave London?
is crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
because they're
they're-
playing at different stadiums.
But they're both in London.
Correct.
They probably stay.
Yeah, both in London.
It's like a field trip.
Yeah, so they
It's all money.
I mean that, but there's like an NFL like GM overseas, and their hope is like how soccer was brought over here, that like American football will be brought over to Europe and all of that. So just trying to like,
It's like a beta test.
yeah.
Like, hey, don't you guys like this? Isn't it fun? You should do it more.
In addition to the international games and the little teasers that they've put out, they made some changes to the overall schedule. So now on Monday Night Football, there will be double headers. But unlike normal double headers where one game ends and another begins, they're going to overlap.
Right.
So that's going to be kind of hard to keep up with and watch.
Mm-hmm.
Teams can be on Thursday Night Football twice this season, which I feel like players kind of had an issue with when they were discussing it.
And why is that?
Because it's a shorter week. So then they're going to have like at least two
Oh my gosh,
short weeks.
yeah. I didn't even think about that.
So that sucks. I'm interested to hear. Since that literally just came out today, I haven't really seen what the players have been saying.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to see. And then there's going to be a triple header on Christmas Day. And then the first Black Friday game in history. Never had one on a Black Friday game. So you better get home from the store.
Yeah. No one
From
does
the
that
mall.
anymore. You're all on your computers anyway.
Yeah. Log off.
This damn digital generation.
These rotten kids.
These rotten kids with their computers.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the schedule
Okay.
that will be released, but we know half of it
Yeah.
already. Yeah. Any other?
Isn't there 267 games?
That's what I was gonna say. I think that's right.
Really?
Yeah.
So 6 out of the 267 is half. That's good math.
Yeah. We know enough.
We can assume the rest of the schedule.
Well, I mean,
You've done leaked it, NFL. No need.
The Chiefs versus Bengal on New Year's Eve, I think that puts it out like week 17, was interesting to me because going into today, the prediction was that's going to be the season opener. So,
Oh, yes.
Which-
I thought. Interesting. I thought it was going to be more like November.
yeah. Well, no, we get in December.
Yeah, I'm pumped about that.
All right. Moving on to our next story. And this is crazy.
You look at me like I'm going to know what you're saying. Like, you're like, our next story. And I'm like, I don't
Oh,
remember
sorry.
choosing this. But go.
Um,
I'm like, this is a surprise to me as well.
So excited.
while we were talking about learning, growing, evolving,
Mm-hmm.
another hockey story.
Oh, big hockey girls.
Big hockey girls.
Yeah.
Waiting on a team to send us a jersey.
Yeah. Still hasn't happened.
So,
Or a wag jacket. Not for either.
no. I'm okay on that. And
Yeah.
it's not because I'm single, it's because I'm just not into that.
You
Right.
have taste.
Taste.
You said it, not me. Okay, so the NHL Lottery happened on
Yes.
Monday. And that's
What is that? Do tell.
It's how they pick their draft order.
Mhm.
It's wild. It determines the top 16 selections in the NHL draft.
Yeah.
And it's literally, I was reading this, it sounds like a Price is Right game. It's like a game of Plinko.
Yep.
So the way that it works, there's 2 drawings, one for the first overall pick, and then another drawing for the second overall pick.
And they are on ping pong balls, correct?
Yes, that's what, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a joke.
They just put numbers on a ping pong ball and drop it. Like when I say Plinko, they're
Yeah.
playing
You
Plinko.
guys, that's weird.
It is.
Make it digital.
Like, or do like normal selections.
Is that like a tradition thing? This sounds like whoever made up this draft was just like high as fuck and was like, let's make it crazy.
You know that
They watched The Price is Right in Jeopardy and were like, the NHL.
NHL Price is Right had a baby.
Yes.
But it's, you know, the gif of the like guy and he's like writing all
Yes,
those
the equation,
equations.
yeah.
Reading that is how
Yeah.
my brain was going on.
But it's like, I'll take whatever for 10 points and it'll be the child for the Blackhawks.
It's on a ping pong ball. Numbers on a ping pong ball, they're dropping.
Let's separate sports and ping pong for a second. That's crazy.
Some would argue that is a sport. Professional
Don't even
ping
get me
pong.
started on
that. Like,
Get out of here with your ESPN 24.
nothing's more. What if they dropped a ball not where it's supposed to go, and then whoever's in charge of it has to chase the ping pong ball? That sucks. That's the most humbling thing.
Girls, if you ever are trying to get over a guy, think of when they're playing beer pong and the ball rolls off the table.
It won't stop bouncing, and they keep
Won't
trying to
stop
pick it up.
bouncing, and they have to chase it. It works every time. Like a damn charm.
Dude. I can't
There's a
confirm.
few things you can like really visualize to get a guy out of your head, and that is one of them.
Yeah.
Or even just like a person that's being mean to you.
I don't even want to picture myself doing that.
I can picture you doing it. It's funny.
Aw, that's sad. I feel bad for me.
I feel bad for me. Now everyone watching this is picturing you doing that.
What about you? You've done it, I'm sure.
Oh, me? Never.
Okay. Anyways, back to the child.
A child. Okay, God, we gotta get
Scott's gonna be like, I can't use any of this.
I keep picturing like ping pong going away and you just standing there looking at your partner like,
I'm not gonna be the ick. Go.
Okay. Anywho,
Oh,
so again, math. No team can move up more than 10 picks, and only the top 11 teams have a shot at landing the top pick in the draft. However, that makes sense in your brain.
Sure.
Go with that, because I don't get it.
Yeah, me either.
But we're here reporting on it.
Yes.
Because the big story is
the child was chosen.
Jesus. Just kidding. Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyways. A child was chosen. Will be. He's not chosen yet,
Okay.
but he will be. So
Wait, what do you mean?
Hold on.
Okay.
The Chicago Blackhawks won the 2023 NHL Draft Lottery on Monday. Shocker.
Okay.
They always win it.
Yeah.
We get it.
Because
You're
it's
good.
fixed.
Yes.
I did read that.
With
It is
the
fixed.
win comes the chance to add who many believe is the next generational NHL talent, center Connor Bedard of Regina of the Western Hockey League. He's from Canada. So he's
the good ones
the top pick. But
I don't
now
know that to
they-
be true either. I don't know why I said that.
But I mean, fair.
Bold assumption. They have a lot of ice up there.
We'll ask Haley.
Haley in the DMs.
So he's the top pick. They won the top pick. So odds are that's what's going to happen. But they haven't had like the draft yet because the season's still happening.
Got it.
Playoffs are going on. So this is just because the close of the regular season happened.
Okay.
Got it?
Learning, growing,
Yeah.
evolving.
And if you haven't picked up on it yet, Connor Bedard is a child. He's 17,
Yes.
which good for him.
Yeah, amazing.
I don't know if that's the youngest guy. I've tried to look it up, but I couldn't find anything. But going to the league at 17.
You tried looking up the youngest NHL player and there was no data. on
No, I
that.
read the article about Connor Bedard and it didn't say anything, so then I just assumed.
I tried looking it up. The internet had no data on it.
Google returned 0 results.
There's something about you saying, I tried looking it up, there was nothing on it.
I found
The
it.
internet said, we don't know.
Figure it out, hockey girl.
What is it, Chloe?
Born in 1925, played his first game in 1942.
That man's not young.
He was 16.
Anymore?
He was
That man is dead.
Maybe not.
I don't
Well,
know.
that's 100 years ago. Sorry, Chloe. Go.
16.
Oh, okay.
So 1 year younger than our boy Colin.
Almost. Connor.
Almost
Almost had it, buddy. You could have been the first draft pick and the youngest, but you're not.
But the internet doesn't know anyway, so you could just say you're the youngest.
Well, before we dive into our next segment, we have another sponsor.
Another ad. It's right here. So before we hop into our walkout fits of the week, this little segment is brought to you by Waterboy. Replenish after a long weekend with a stick of Waterboy. Formulated with electrolytes and vitamins, this hydrating drink mix helps reduce nausea and fatigue and helps you chill out after a weekend out. Each stick of Waterboy is vegan, has 0 sugar, and includes 3 times electrolytes and vitamins than its competitors. The original Weekend Recovery is available in strawberry lemonade and blue raspberry flavors, with the newest Athletic Recovery and lemon lime. So whether it's from working out or going out, reach for Waterboy. We're so pumped for this one.
Yeah.
Because, as mentioned in our last episode, we drink from time to time. We get hungover from time to time. And this shit helps.
Yeah. I'm pumped for this.
It's what's in my water bottle right now. And personally, I'm stuck on the strawberry lemonade flavor. And that's the Weekend Recovery. And then after you work out, the lemon lime. It's good.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for this, but wish I had it 1 week sooner.
Right.
Yeah, because from what I've tried,
It's great.
yeah.
Yeah. I would say also, I love that they're in the little sticks. They now have them in the cans too.
Oh, yeah.
And you can use our code name3players at checkout for 15% off.
Is 3 spelled out?
3 is spelled out always. Name 3 players, just like our name. So yeah, get yourself some Waterboy. We're big fans.
Mm-hmm. We'll be
For the
saying that.
hydrated girls.
Yes.
All right. So into the walkout fits of the week. Yeah. This week, you had Jared Vanderbilt from the Lakers.
I did. He's had a tough week. His fits were great. He's had a tough week.
He had a tough week with the fits.
Correct. He was wearing black trousers, black sunglasses, a black brimmed hat, sneakers.
Fit went off.
It did. And a roped vest.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to find all of the designers. And the only thing I could find whenever I looked it up was our boy.
He doesn't own it anymore.
No, he doesn't.
For those of you who don't know or haven't seen the news story, he returned this fit.
He did.
Along with some other stuff.
A Saks employee put out a statement on, Instagram or something and was like, nice guy, but came in, spent $2,000 on clothes and then returned them 2 days later.
Which I think that's a common occurrence. It's not a common occurrence when you're heavily photographed in a walkout fit and you can obviously afford it. Yeah. Just resell it, buddy.
Yeah.
Pop that shit on the real.
And
Don't
it was
return
a good fit, so why not keep it?
Yeah. I mean, they're not going to rewear it. Just resell it.
Yeah.
Weird.
But rough week for him. He also threw up in his mouth on on the court. So rough week all around, but had to give him some love on the fit because that was good.
No, the fit
was great.
Fit was fire.
Yes.
And you can buy it because it's at Saks again. So okay, so mine is Paul George. We love it. It's about blank. I love that designer in general. And it was just this little matching jacket, trouser situation. And I just love the color.
Yeah.
Love the fit, the tailored trouser. Stunning.
Yeah. I'm loving the boxy jackets that people are wearing.
A crop jacket on a guy.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. I love it.
10 out of 10.
But yeah, so those are our walkout fits of the week. And I mean, once again, we've said this now, episode 3, just because the NBA is in the playoffs. But I mean, everyone's looking great. I really haven't. I've probably only seen a couple misses.
Yeah.
And they weren't misses to even report. It was just meh.
Yeah.
But nothing, hellacious. So
yeah,
the stylists be styling.
They do. Austin Reeves in the same photo carousel where I found Jared's fit was literally just wearing a sweater, a hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
And as we said in the first episode, the people that don't get it are the loudest.
Mm-hmm.
And so they hated everyone's outfits except for Austin
The comments?
Reeves. Yes.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Yeah. In the comments, everyone hated everyone's outfits except for Austin Reeves. I'm we get it.
Yeah, it's like when I sent you the LeBron fit with the Bottega green polo. And people were like, okay, it's a green shirt. I'm like,
yeah.
Just say you don't get it.
And that's okay.
Actually, don't say anything. Just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
It's not for you. Keep scrolling.
I was about to be I don't get why people comment on photos like that and say shit because you're not going to see anything or they're not going to see it.
And then you did it.
I did because I was trying to get.
So if you scroll by league fits and you see Raegan Wagner.
It was the Lakers.
You commented on the Lakers
Listen,
photo?
we were about to start recording. I didn't have Jared fucking Vanderbilt's designers. And I said,
Lakers as the organization's let me look into that, Raegan Wagner.
Well, I mean, they probably know. They could ask him. They know him, I'm sure.
They're hey, you don't have anything else going on right now. Reagan Wagner wants to know what you're wearing. I'll let her.
I was just trying to give
just
credit.
share a quick DM.
Was trying to give credit where credit was due.
We love that. I love that about you.
And so if you see my comment on the Lakers Instagram, just keep scrolling.
Mind your
I'm going to go
business.
delete it after this. So.
Yeah. No, you're not. You're keeping that up. That's incredible. I'm actually going to frame it. Screenshot and frame. Actually, can you screenshot that comment and put it in the video?
You'll be fired. Right, I'll rip up that. I'll rip that.
He hasn't signed it.
Fuck.
Well, that means you can't rip it up. You dummy. Okay, so now, do you want me to read this part? Or do you want to?
Okay.
I can do it. Okay, so now we're going to walk right out of the walkout fit of the week. Da-da-da-da-da. And
that's showbiz.
Baby, New York. Don't put that in. Okay, so the breakdown this week, and if this is your first time watching, welcome. The breakdown is where we break something down.
Yes.
See, this is why you do this part.
No, it's where we break down something for the girls. So whether it be a big game that happened, a specific play,
something that otherwise isn't obvious.
right.
Or something that somebody has been like, what's that?
Yeah.
And we're like, we'll break it down.
We got it.
We got you. We got the girls.
Yeah.
So this week's breakdown is NIL.
Yeah.
And NIL is when college athletes now can have name, image, likeness. That's what it stands for. And it's basically they can profit off of sponsorships. They can profit off of autographs. Basically, they can just profit off of themselves and their name, image, likeness.
Yeah. Which I think is insane because, like, back in the day, but literally, like, back when we were in college, people would get in trouble for, like, accepting meals or, like, anything like that. But
Right.
now...
There's always been a little, if you were a college athlete or or we're in that world, there's always been a little bit of a workaround, right? And I think that was a big push in making NIL legal because there were ways, especially specific organizations that had their workarounds. So if you can't beat them, join them, I think. And they were like, well, people are already doing this. We might as well just let it happen. And a lot of, you and I have discussed our views on it, and they are different.
Yeah.
I think personally, I think it can get out of hand really quick. I do believe that these kids deserve to get compensated for their hard work, and they just deserve it. They deserve to be able to profit off of their name as these organizations are profiting off of their name.
Yeah.
I think where it gets wild is like now high schools are doing it.
Yeah.
Things like that, where these are amateur sports organizations.
Yeah.
And to treat them as amateurs, you have to put perimeters on that.
Right.
Because then what's the differentiation?
Yeah. And like, so the high school thing, it's like being proposed. And to that point,
Well,
it's
there's
like,
already high schools in Texas that are doing it.
oh, I didn't realize
Yeah.
that. But it's like, okay, so
Correct?
then what's the excitement?
Scott?
What's the excitement of getting to college to then get you to the professional level where you can make
Right.
huge
Well, and like
money?
now there's kids that are staying on the college level that, otherwise would have progressed to the professional level because they're making insane money as a college athlete.
Yeah.
Which I do believe, like I said, I do believe that they should be compensated. I just think at some point we have to protect this legacy in which is these professional levels. And to do that, there has to be specific parameters. So I think it's going to be really interesting. The NIL, when did that start?
Just right after COVID. It was right whenever I got out of COVID.
So yeah, just the past couple of years. And I think we're going to see some really interesting stuff happen. We already are. I mean, so name, image, likeness, that valuation number is just climbing and climbing and climbing. And we're seeing, LeBron James' son just committed to USC. And his valuation is the highest.
It's like 7.2. When he committed, it was at 5.9 million, and now it's at 7.2.
7.2, yeah. And
which
that's
is
the highest in NIL athlete history. Some of his deals are Nike, Beats by Dre. Those are huge deals. And once again, incredible for him. I mean, it's LeBron James' son, so kind of saw that one coming. Not taking anything away from his skill, but, and we're going to see, as soon as he's at USC, I think we're just going to see more and more and more, and these NIL deals grow and grow. Angel Reese just got one with Mercedes. I think she's the...
like 1.2 million.
Yeah, and like the highest, not just in college basketball, but the highest basketball,
women's basketball.
Women's basketball, with sponsorship deals. It is crazy.
I think it's wild because, like we were saying, like if this does go down to the high school level, what's like the excitement or what's the differentiation? And it's crazy because these kids work their whole lives to make it to the professional level. But LeBron James' son, being who he is and his skill set, like he had the opportunity to go to the G League, to go to Australia, to go all these other avenues. But he chose USC because he can make...
Well, yeah, now he's making money.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and the marketing potential for a college level is so much more than that of, the G League, whatever.
Right.
I think NIL is really interesting in that too, where before, you were going to see high school kids like LeBron go straight to the league, where now it doesn't make sense for Bronny to go straight to the league.
Right.
And we've always like heard LeBron talk about like possibly playing in the league with his son.
Yeah. I mean, he's already projected top 10 in the 2024 draft.
Right.
So it could be a reality.
Right. And, but you're seeing this too in like college football and stuff. When you go into college football, your goal is to obviously make it out and go to the pros. But you're seeing these kids play to their fullest potential on the college level just because why not? You're going to make that much money and then go sign somewhere. So it is interesting. And I think there's pros and cons to it on like a larger scale. The high school thing, I will point blank, just don't agree with it. I think it's so wild and these kids are absolute kids, whether or not their parents are collecting those funds for them and then releasing them whenever they're of age to do so, whatever. I just think it's crazy.
It is. There has to be a line drawn somewhere. Like you have to have, and not to say that the high school kids that are getting this, like, doesn't have something to work for, but like, what's the excitement, right? Like you're 18,
totally
playing college or high school football and you have an NIL deal. So then you get to college and then you're like, okay, I've been there, done that. Like what?
And then you get
excitement?
to the pros and then it's been there, done that.
And then you probably have like an ego and all that.
Right.
Again, for Bronny, like he made the decision that works for him. And like if he has more opportunity for marketing and for his draft, like the preparing for the draft and all of that at USC rather than in a G League or overseas, by all means. And it's really cool to see LeBron so excited because a lot of people, since he just went straight to the league, would look at him and be like, he doesn't care about college hoops or like doesn't see the value in a college
Or he would
education.
assume that he would pressure Bronny to go into the league straight away, which I think, I mean, you never know, but he just seems like a good dad.
He was interviewed, I forget which game it was right before, but it was still in this series against the Warriors. I think it was game 1 or 2. When the day that Bronny committed and they were like asking him about it. And he was like, this is a happy day in our family's life. This is the first person in my family to go to college. Like no matter tonight's outcome, like this is Bronny's day, like all this stuff. It's just like, it's really
cute.
cool. Yeah.
That's cute. With his choice to go to USC, like you said, I think it makes sense on like a number of levels, but who's the kid that's also their number one guy? But that like takes the pressure off of. I mean, imagine being LeBron James' son. Isaiah Collier. But yeah, imagine being LeBron James' son, going somewhere where there's a spotlight already a little bit brighter on somebody else that's not you. I think that's a great choice as well. And I'm sure LeBron was encouraging in that as well.
Yeah. Well, and just like USC is a good fit for Bronny, like he's a good fit for them because now Dennis Rodman's son is transferring there. So, I mean,
which that's just cool.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So the next generation of basketball.
Yeah, coming up.
Wild.
And that's the NIL. Name, image, likeness. Okay, now our walk-up song of the week segment.
Yeah.
This is basically just exactly how it sounds. We're choosing a song of the week, each of us. You can find it on our Name 3 Player Spotify. You can also find that in our little link in our Instagram bio. Has all of the links where you can watch and listen to the podcast. But this is its own link on Spotify. It is just a compilation playlist of our songs.
So mine this week is Die Hard by Kendrick Lamar. And
good choice.
Yeah, different vibe from last week. Sabrina Carpenter, Kendrick Lamar. Very different vibe from last week. I was going to pick this in our first episode, but it just didn't seem right to not pick Transportin' for week 1.
That was on brand.
But no, this song I like played in my car. I was listening to it when I was working out today. Chill song for a workout playlist, but it still slaps either way. So.
Yeah. Mine is not a chill song. No. It is Floor Seats by A$AP Ferg.
Yeah.
And
not chill.
Yeah, it came on shuffle the other day and I was like, this is so on brand.
Yeah, Floor Seats at the Knicks game.
Floor Seats at the Knicks is the opening line. So yeah, it's a great one. It'll be on that playlist. It's a great workout playlist. Shuffle that bad boy. Get all the vibes and some Sabrina Carpenter.
Hey. Just throw that in there.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, so in our last episode, we mentioned, for those of you who weren't lucky enough to join us at our little launch party, draft after party, we mentioned a man by the name of Dom releasing his song. That is also going to be on the playlist. Yeah. His name is Dom Chronicles, if you don't know him. And he did release a new song, and it is incredible.
Yeah.
And it's worth mentioning. So it's on there. That's the song we were referring to give a little context in the last episode. I had somebody ask about that. So that will be on that playlist as well.
Cool. Well,
no final thoughts?
If you follow us on Instagram at Name3Players, we will post weekly news stories too, kind of as they happen.
Right.
Since we only
There's a highlight on the Instagram. It'll be updated every single week with the stories that we didn't get to mention here if they happen throughout the week. Just ones that we find noteworthy, and those will all be populated in that highlight every week.
Yeah. So with that, you can find us on Instagram at Name3Players, 3 spelled out, and on TikTok at Name3Players. You can find us on Spotify and our link tree for that playlist, and then you can listen to us on Spotify, iHeart, Amazon.
Watch it on YouTube.
Yes, watch it on YouTube. Soon to be Apple Podcasts, but all of us have to get new MacBooks because we all need new updates. So coming soon on iTunes or Apple Podcasts.
Steve Jobs would never.
He would
never allow for this. Never stand for it.
No.
And we'll see you next Friday.
Yeah.
Bye.